Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's summer webinar series. My name is Keisha. I am a part of the Family Resource Council on the behalf of Student and Family Engagement. And today we have the pleasure of having Kamani with our UAB Police Department. And just a couple of reminders at the end of today's webinar, we will be sending you all a survey so you all can let us know how we can better assist you and your student. And if at any time during this webinar, we encourage you all to put all of your questions and comments in the Q&A section of today's webinar and on our Facebook live stream. You can put all of your questions and comments in the comments section. So without further ado, I'd like to bring to you Kamani with the police department, and I'll let you take it over.
Good morning. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for having me here today. So I'm Corporal George with the UAB Police Department, and I'm just gonna basically be coming here to just give some safety information. Our main job here at the UAB Police Department is to make sure that we can just protect and serve anybody that comes on our campus. So not just the students, but also the students, the employees, any type of pedestrian that may come on our campus if they have to do some type of shopping at the bookstore, whether they come to our hospitals or whether they come through any of our streets and avenues. We want to make sure that they have a safe time while they're in our jurisdiction. So there are some slides that I may say take a picture of while we go through through this presentation. So here's my information. You can reach me here. So I'm the crime prevention manager here, and I'm also over community engagement. So you can contact me on my work cell phone number, on my office, but the main way that I ask people to contact me is through my email address. And I normally get back with the people within one day or either by the next day. So here at the UAB Police Department, we are a real police department. We are not Paul Blart Mall cops. We can actually do things here. We have about 137 police officers, and we are state officers. So we have state jurisdiction, but we actually just try to hold it within the UAB's jurisdiction of what we serve and protect. Because we can't be everywhere at once, we did have a secondary line of defense. We have security officers. We have about 67 security officers now, and they do things like go through parking lots and parking decks. They walk through buildings. So any school building, for instance, Stern Library, Lester Hill Library, the chemistry building, places like those. And also they go through the hospitals as well too. They also watch cameras as well too. UAB has about 7,000 cameras that are fully functioning, and we probably have one of the most camera systems in any college or university inside the nation. So we do watch for the south side of Birmingham as well as the campus and the hospital, and we have dedicated police headquarters and many substations. And so we have cars, we have trucks, we have SUVs, we have Segways, T3s, human transport, and also motorcycles as well too. So here we do have a lot of technologies that we have been using to try to enhance our department. We have ShotSpotter, and that's important because if any type of gunshot goes off within the city of Birmingham, UAB, Birmingham Police Department, as well as Jefferson County Sheriff's Department, we all have went in and put beacons around the city and around the county to make sure that if there's a gunshot that goes off in certain areas, that we can triangulate and know exactly what street that gunshot came from. And that's important because we want to make sure that we can be able to respond timely and as fast as possible, so that way we can know how to get to that point without having some type of a delay or trying to figure out where exactly it came from. We also have flock cameras as well too. Our flock cameras, they will look at license plate readers. So with the license plate, whenever a car drives by, we can tell whether the license plate is someone has a felony. We can see if it's a missing person, whether it's a switch tag, or whether it's a car that has been stolen. We also have added two K9 officers to our department. We have K9 Officer Dolly and K9 Officer Dex. They are detection dogs, and they go around just to try to help us make sure that we are just up to date on certain things, and they also go around to make sure that there's nothing that shouldn't be on our campus and hospital area. We also have drones as well too, and we also are doing things with AI as well inside of our SOC Operations Center. So the SOC is basically our Security Operations Center. We use this because, like I said, we have over 7,000 cameras here. We have two officers that are always in there watching cameras, and then we also have some civilians who help us as well to watch the cameras. And this is very important because we want to know a lot of times what's going on before we get to any type of scene. So let's say we have a call go out. Our SOC operation unit, the first thing they do is they put the cameras wherever that instance is going on and wherever that call is, and they'll tell us, hey, you can slow down, nothing's going on, or you may need to speed up because something's going on. Or let's say that there's maybe a fire somewhere. They can say, well, we don't see any smoke or any fire, or the fire's on this side of the building. So they can know to go ahead and call Birmingham Fire Department or any type of situation that's going on. Our SOC Operations Center helps us to see what's going on before we actually get there in most cases. So that's very helpful. And it also just helps save our officers as well as any type of civilian that may be out there that needs help as well too. So this is a take a picture of that screen. We have more than 500 help phone boxes here, and that's important because with these help phone boxes, each one of these individual help phone boxes has an address that's located associated with it. So let's say that for some reason your phone dies or something like that, and you can't call 911 or call our department. Then that help phone box will go directly to our dispatch. It's not a fake AI person that's talking to you. It's one of our actual dispatchers. So once you press that button, the address associated with it comes to our dispatch computer, and we know exactly where you are. So in case you can't respond back, or you something happens to you and you need an officer to come to you, we know exactly where you are, and we can send someone to your way. Let's say that you feel like you're about to faint or anything like that because it's so hot. Then we all know to send our officer as well as Birmingham Fire Department to come and assist you as well too. We do have a AAA of UAB is what we call it, our motorized assistant road service unit. We call it MARS. They can do things like put air in your tire. They can jump your car off if your battery dies, and then they can also unlock your keys out of your car in case you lock your keys in your car. And all of these services are 100% free, as long as you're here in the UAB jurisdiction. We also have a women's self-defense class called RAB. It's our Red Progression Defense class. We basically teach women how to punch, how to kick, how to throw knee strikes, how to get out of chokeholds, how to get out of any type of ground defense if someone has you pinned down on your stomach or your back. And at the end of the class, I dress up in a big red man uniform, and then all the moves that we taught you, you get to basically kind of beat me up, and it shows you how these moves that we taught you, how they actually work, and show you that what we taught you did work. So it's a really fun class. You can go online and sign up for these classes on our UAB Police website. You can look us up on Google and then the UAB Police Department and go on our website and sign up for those classes. We also have a Blazer escort service. So this is a nighttime escort service. Let's say that for some reason you don't want to walk because it's kind of late at night, and we can take you from anywhere from point A to point B, as long as it's on UAB's campus. And we can take you anywhere that you need to go, 100% free. All you have to do is call this number, or either they also have a way that you can do it online as well too. And also our Blazer Express runs a route in between that, so you'll have 24 hours of service that you can have a way to get around the campus. So take a picture of this screen. This is our Mars. This is our campus escort service, and this is our emergency and our non-emergency number. Why do I give you our emergency and non-emergency number? Because if you call 911 in the city of Birmingham, it will go directly to the Birmingham Police Department because they're the biggest municipality within the city of Birmingham. So what you want to do is, I tell people all the time, save our numbers inside of your favorites. That way, when you have the number you need to call us for any reason, then you can just go to your favorites and then you can press the number from there. And then you won't have to worry about trying to search to see what you saved our name or our number under. You'll just have it right there inside of your favorites. So while you're in the UAB's area, I hope that nothing ever happens to you. But if something was to happen to you, we do have a victim assistance unit. Basically, what happens is if something was to happen to you, we bring you in and we bring you into a very safe space. And then we provide support for you and make sure that any type of resource that we can give you, that you have that you can take full advantage of it. We have detectives that have been working here for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and not just at our department, but other departments around the state and around the nation. And so we have like a melting pot of knowledge that we can give you if you have any type of questions on whether if you're gonna have to go to court, if you do have to go to court, what questions may they ask you, how many days may you have to go, any type of question like that. And if we don't know those questions, then we can definitely reach out to our other partners that we have and get those answers for you as well too. And then also we partner with the EACC, which is UAB's counseling service. And so we partner with them and we do a lot of things with them. So we want to make sure that even after you get done talking to us, if you need more help, then we can get you connected with the counseling service. And that service is also 100% free. And so if you need it, then we always give you that option that you can take that as well too. So Rave Guardian is basically a cell phone app that it will start out like this. So the person who is the ultimate user will have to get a guardian. So let's say that they're going from the student center and they're walking to the rec. What will happen is you start the app and say, hey, it should probably take me about 10 minutes to get to the rec. And so it starts the timer. Let's say that you get to the rec and you forget to turn the timer off. What will happen is it'll send an alert to your guardian, whomever it may be, mom, dad, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend, cousin, whomever it may be that you choose to be your guardian. They'll get a notification and it'll say, hey, you need to check on this person. If after a certain amount of time they don't check back, it'll send you the user again another notification that says, hey, do you need any help? Do you need to send someone to your location? If from that point you still don't silence the alarm, then the last ping location that we have, it will send it to our dispatch, and then our dispatch will be able to dispatch an officer to that location. B Alert is a UAB's emergency notification system. So anytime that there's any type of emergency, whether it's a crime, whether it's weather, whether it's like a gas leak or a flood or anything like that anywhere, UAB's emergency notification system will alert the student or the employee who is here with a message. So it'll call, and if you don't pick up, it'll leave a voicemail. It'll send a text message. It'll send a email as well too. Once you register to be an employee or a student here, you should have B Alert on there as well. The good thing about B Alert is though, you can have and set up where other members of your family or whomever you want it to be can get those notifications as well too, so they can always know what's going on. But another cool thing about B Alert is once anything is done, it'll send you a notification that says, "Hey, um, the crime is no longer going on. The weather is no longer so you don't have to seek shelter anymore from let's say we have a tornado. You don't have to seek shelter anymore. The weather has passed or anything like that. Then it'll send you a notification saying when you're free to go and back into that area if you don't need to seek shelter anymore." So the Clery Act basically states this. I cannot lie to you. My chief can't lie to you. The employees at UAB can't lie to you about what type of crimes we have here on campus. By law, we have to report every single crime that happens on campus, whether it's big or small, to the state. So once we send that to the state, they ask us that any crime that happens on from January to December that we report it once a year. But here at UAB, we kind of go above and beyond. So every month that has passed, you can go on our UAB police website and see what type of crimes have happened throughout the past few months. So if you want to, we ask that you go and you'll see that our record is very strong. You can compare us to other colleges and universities and see that. But don't compare us to something like preppy gated community school where nothing can happen. Compare us to somewhere else where things can happen in the other open campuses schools. So places like Alabama, Auburn, Michigan, some other big school where people can just come on and off campus as freely as they can. And you'll see that our record holds up pretty well. So just some home safety tips, and I make sure that I tell all the students this these things. Make sure that when you leave from out of your dorm or your apartment or your home, make sure that you lock your doors and close your blinds and shut your blinds and windows. Check your smoke detectors. If you hear that beeping, it's either the battery or either you can have some type of faulty wiring. Keep your outdoors area well lit. We take care of this here at UAB. Between us and Birmingham City Police, we do what's called a lights out report. So every other week we do a lights out report and get conjoining it with them. So and then we send that list to the city so they can fix any lights out. But if you're in a home or if you're in an apartment, you need to make sure that you can see either down the hallway to your apartment or make sure that you can see 360 degrees around your whole entire home. If you have any type of plugs or space heaters or candles, make sure you blow them out or unplug them whenever you leave from out of a room that you know you're going to be out of for a while. And then have at least one fire extinguisher. UAB, we take care of that. We have multiple on each floor inside of the dorms and also inside of our buildings as well too. This is a very important one with the holidays that will soon be arriving. Make sure that you lock your car doors and be aware of your surroundings. You'll be surprised by how many times when I was working on the street, that people will come up and say, "Hey, well, someone broke into my car," and I will ask them, "Okay, well, when was the last time you locked your car door, and when did you leave?" And they'll be like, "Oh, I don't think I locked my car door." Well, that's one thing that's very important to make sure that you do is lock your car doors and make sure that you don't have anything that you can see from the outside looking into your car. Make sure that we can't see any type of valuable things inside of your car. And speaking of that, don't leave any valuables in your car. Like I said before, with the holidays coming up, when you want to do Christmas shopping, Black Friday, all those types of things like that, if you're gonna go from store to store to store, make sure that you are putting everything inside your trunk. That way, no one can see what you have inside your car while you're shopping around and doing things like that. And then, of course, when you get home, you can take those valuable things out of your car, so that way no one will break into your car and try to steal the things that you have. If you do have a bike or a scooter, please come register them with the UAB Police Department so that way we could just have them on file in case something was to happen to them. And also, if you need a good bike lock, we are giving away bike locks and bike helmets for you as well too. You can get them 100% free. All I need to do is just be able to register your bike to our files. And that's all I have. I'll leave this right here, this information right here in case anyone didn't get it, or if you need to reach out to me for anything like that. We are here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, rain, sleet, and snow, making sure that y'all are safe while y'all are here. So there will always be a police officer on the south side and the campus. And we partner really well with Birmingham Police Department, Jefferson County, and sometimes the state troopers ride through as well too. Are there any questions?
Thank you, Corporal George.
Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, we would like to open up our Q&A section during this webinar and our comment section during our Facebook live stream for you all to ask any questions that you may have or to place any comments in the comment section. Please ask away. Of course, you can contact Corporal George throughout the academic year and throughout this summer if you do have any questions or comments, but we encourage you to ask right now while you have the opportunity because his face is right here. I do want to say that the B alert system works wonderfully.
Yeah.
My student is going into the third year, and I can really appreciate while my student is away from home, getting those B alerts. It is so very helpful because, being a mama bear and not overwhelming my student with, how are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? How's the weather? And don't drive because of this. Having those alerts are so helpful and allowing my student to grow as a student as she's making decisions as a student should and learning how to navigate that road as a new young adult is good. So I'm not treating my student like I don't know, like she's 5 or perhaps a 16-year-old. So
Right.
for any family member or guardian who is unsure about what things they should, ask for access for, I think one of those things is a great, I mean, everything you said is good, but take heed and get those things like Corporal George mentioned.
What's this question?
It's a great comment. Hello, this is Carmen Davila. I'm the Assistant Director for Family Engagement, and I've been monitoring Facebook. So thank you to those who have joined us on Facebook. This is just a comment, which is a great comment. It's about computers under a blanket aren't necessarily protected, which is something students need to be reminded of. So I think this is a great comment that one of our participants just made.
Yeah, and that's one of the kind of like one of the bigger things of crimes that we have on campus is kind of like petty thefts, where a student may, for instance, leave a computer under a blanket and they think that no one saw them put it there and things like that, and they'll walk away for about an hour and then kind of think that they're gonna come back and their computer's still gonna be there if they're out on the green or they walked away with it like that. So I tell people all the time, if you're gonna leave from somewhere and you're gonna leave from out of the eyesight of something that you have, always bring that type of those types of things with you because you never know what people may or may not do. So you always want to make sure that you just be as safe as possible and be as responsible as possible as well too.
I'm not seeing any additional questions right now. What is your best advice for for students who go out to study and they have their electronic devices such as their laptops and whatnot? I know what my advice is for my student. What is your best advice regarding when they have to get up and to use the facilities? What is your best advice regarding their belongings? And them not wanting to take it to the facilities. What is your best advice?
If they have a friend there with them, then if they trust their friend, then leave it with their friend that's right there. But honestly, if they don't want to take it with them, I would just say take that extra time to just take it with you. A lot of the restrooms here at UAB, they have like the little hooks on the doors where you can just put your stuff up there. I understand sometimes you don't want to kind of mix the two, but you kind of want to be more safe than sorry. And not um have the chance of someone being able to take some of your stuff from away from you. So I would just pack all my stuff up in my bag and then just take it in there and that way I know won't nobody be able to take my item away from me.
Thank you for saying it that way. I just thought that I would share a personal story that's more relatable. My student was studying, and these are things that our students have to learn, but the electronic device, the laptop, um, was knocked on the floor while they went to the facility. So sometimes we think that, oh, my student knows to do this and this and this, but when they go into different environments, it's not the same as it was when they were in high school. In high school, maybe headphones would be taken or
Right.
whatnot. But so yes, thank you for saying that. There is something here. Let's see what it is. It says, how do blue phones work and how prompt is the response?
So, oh, okay. So what happens is when they go to the help phone boxes, they tap. It's a big red button on it, and they tap that button, and as soon as that button goes, it calls. It's kind of like a phone, so it calls our dispatch. Normally, I would say it's less than when I call our dispatch is they normally pick up on that first ring. So the response time it just depends on what it is. If the person is lost, we're not gonna run license sirens to try to get to that person to come help them find the building. We're just gonna drive the normal speed and things like that. But if it's an accident or someone's not responding back, or we think that something may be going on, then of course we're going to try to get there as fast as possible. The average response time for a police officer to get to some type of hot call, anything like that, or what we call it, is 3 minutes. I believe that our time is way less than that because UAB is such a close-knit community. So we just have a bunch of streets and avenues that we have to go through. So I would say 3 minutes or less is our time when we can get to somewhere. But also that's why it's so important that we have our SOC operations center because our cameras are so good here that a lot of times in certain places we can see what's going on. So let's say at one of our help phone boxes, the person is just standing there and we can see them trying to talk. But there look like there appears to be nothing going on, and then they're talking to our dispatcher. If they say that, oh well, I'm fine, I'm just lost, then we can most times our dispatchers are really good with being able to direct them into a certain place because we had the address of where you are. If you need to go a couple of blocks, we can direct you either north, south, east, or west, forward, back, left, or right, to be able to talk you through where you need to go. But if it is some type of emergency and we see you laying on the ground, then we'll run license sirens and we'll also get Birmingham Fire Department to come over as well too. That way, in case we think that you may have passed out or something like that, then we can always just be able to be on top of on top of whatever's going on.
Corporal George, what does it look like when a student needs an escort if they are somewhere on campus? Maybe they're studying at the library or they are at the recreation facility or somewhere else. What does that look like?
So what they would do is they will call the campus escort service, and then someone from that department and the escort department comes and gets them. If not, if they're booked up at the moment, they can call us, and if we have someone available to come, we'll send one of our security officers or a police officer to come and escort them as well too. But most times, it's rare that we have to actually come because most times they're able to have enough cars or carpool people to where they need to go.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
I don't believe we have any additional questions. And please, you all, if you do have questions, post them in the chat or in the comment section. And once again, we will be sending you all a survey at the end of this webinar so that you all can place your questions and comments and let us know how we can better assist you all and your students throughout the academic school year. And we will also have more webinars throughout the summer and the academic school year so that you all can know what's going on campus and you all can hear from more of our partners here at UAB. Thank you, Corporal George, for the information that you provided us today regarding the UAB Police Department. Do you have anything else that you would like to share, to share with us before we close out today?
Just always be socially aware of what's going on around you. If your gut feeling tells you something's wrong, there's no problem with you turning around, not walking on the same side of the street as somebody. And then just like you were saying earlier about you would think that some students know to do this. Every student's gonna be different, so we have to be mindful of that. That some people had to grow up a lot faster while they was younger, and some people this is just their first time being out on their own. So there's a lot of things that they just won't know. But if there's ever a case where they need the police, just know that we're always here, like I said, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, rain, sleet, or snow. I've literally got picking up from my house when it snowed. So um and so we're always going to have somebody here making sure that the campus is safe. And if you ever need, we also have these things called birdie keychains. So they're basically a keychain that when you pull it, it makes a loud noise. So if anybody ever needs any of those, email me and I can get you one of those to put on your keychain. It's very useful. It makes a loud noise and it brings attention to you. So in case you're out and you need just someone to look at you, just even for a moment. Then those are very useful as well too. Like I said, we have bike locks, bike helmets, we have whistles, all types of things that we can give to the students and employees 100% free. So if anybody ever needs any of those things, just come and contact me, email me.
Thank you, Corporal George. Once again, thank you all so much for joining us for today's webinar. Once again, we will be sending you all a survey at the end of the webinar so you all can let us know how we can better assist you all throughout the academic school year. And also, this webinar, as well as the rest of our webinars, will be posted at uab.edu/families. And today's live stream will be uploaded to our Facebook page. So please give us a follow. And if you haven't done so already, please take a screenshot of Corporal George's information along with the police department's information. Thank you all for joining us today. We hope that your new blazer has a fantastic school year and have a wonderful rest of your week. And our next webinar will be at 2 o'clock today, as well as webinars on Thursday and on Friday. So until next time, bye you guys and go Blazers.
Be safe.